with us in Memorial Stadium in Lawrence, Kansas, home to the Jayhawks. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Iowa State Cyclones, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Kansas Jayhawks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Jayhawks will kick it away to start. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cyclones offense will have the football first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
Well, there's no mystery. We're going to get one of our best players involved in the game on the first play of the game. Just throw it up and let him go make magic happen.
On the move, it's Patrick. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
So it's 3rd and long, and this quarterback right now has got to be expecting pressure. So you want to know where your hot routes are. You got to know where your best one-on-one matchup is. But understand this, we're still in the first half. If the defense gets you, tip of the cap, you can take a sack. Punting the football at this stage of the game is okay.
And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. The Cyclones will line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. So Kansas offense will try to get something started with their first possession. They're led by a sensational signal caller. And, Jesse, one thing every elite quarterback knows is where to find the weak spot in the secondary. And there might be a few of them there.
Yeah, there's no mystery where this quarterback is going to be throwing the football and who he's going to be trying to.
Turning it on!
Man, which one is fast? Jesus.
Pickup.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Unloads to the wideout. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on 3rd down, forcing the incompletion.
Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw, it's Bowling. Grab behind the line, it's Thurman. Still on his feet at the 45. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
The Jayhawks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Quick strike complete. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver
headed to the end zone, and he rolls, and
Just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Power football with the run. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the
grab
big
that.
fella. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Takes a hit as he fires. And is incomplete on 3rd down. And the Cyclones line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Kansas offense returns to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. The give to the back. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. It's Ferguson. Touchdown, right choke, Jayhawk. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa State sending the offense back out. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there. They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10.
As a quarterback, it's never fun getting hit, but it always feels a little bit better when you're able to complete a strike down the field. Nice shot.
You'll take this every time, 5 yards on the 1st down play.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Brought down at the 28, a chunk play, 15 yards on that one, and a 1st down. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards. Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Here's the pressure. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the 2nd. And they'll try to break the seal on the 2nd quarter by putting 3 on the board. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash. And the try is no good. Guys, a missed field goal and nothing changes. Still a 14-point game.
Well, they knew coming into this game, touchdowns were going to be real hard to come by going up against this defense. So when you got opportunities to kick field goals, you've got to come away with 3 points. You're not going to get these chances very often.
Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up. These guys.
There he goes. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Dropping back, it's Bowling. Firing to the right, complete. And the Jayhawks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll run play action. Quick completion on the out. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. The Jayhawks will line it up on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Kansas. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
Now, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited, get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, it is now a final in the Big Ten, and a game I think a lot of folks will want to see. Minnesota delivered a statement victory that's going to be celebrated in Minneapolis for some time. And if this team's not careful, it could become a football school again like it was back in the 1930s and 40s. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the Big Ten standings as this one does, gentlemen.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Find some fresh air. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Just what they were looking for.
That's
to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Cyclones are moving quickly down the field. Off play action on first down. Gets it out quickly. The quarterback using all of the receivers at his disposal. This time he found the fullback.
And it's nice to have a guy that can block and obviously have the versatility to also catch the football, you know, so you can mix it up and keep that defense guessing.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Patrick. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you've got dialed up on third.
Looking to throw again. Throws to the wideout.
Oh, come on.
Finds a man in the middle. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Got a man. It's Boston. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, they're running the curl route against zone coverage, so the quarterback knows he's going to have to put that one on his receiver. And you saw the velocity and the arm talent this guy has. That was a missile.
Oh, my God.
Downfield. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Iowa State.
And I'm not going to say that was a must score, but that was a must score. And this offense delivers right before the half. Everything's starting to pick up. Hopefully, now you build some momentum. You cut it to a 2-score game. Got to build on this momentum in the second half.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Slips through the line. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. The Kansas offense returns to the field. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David, and you've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
When you're looking at your playbook and it's worked so well in the first half, I'm looking to continue to do what I've been doing, Palmer, because it's been all gas.
Pollock, that's right. Strike while the iron's hot, too. Before this defense gets to go in at halftime and potentially make some adjustments, show you some different looks in the second half. Whatever you've been doing, it's working. Keep it up.
They'll leave it with him.
Oh, 77.
They'll give him a couple that leaves him with third
Damn
and
it.
8. Offense calls a timeout here.
He took me out.
Important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here.
Damn.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Quarterback making checks. Looking for a man. It's Bowley. Time to take a shot. And they
Damn, he almost caught that.
on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And
He
the Jayhawks
almost caught
will
that.
send out the punt unit. He's going to try
hoping
to
a
flip
prayer,
the field
man.
with this one. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sideline. Like, what are you comfortable with right here?
No way.
Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Gonna have to come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
They stop him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. And the Cyclones will punt this one away.
Oh, come on.
Gets it away,
Chicken
solid
shit.
distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking downfield on 1st down. Rushes on him. He's going for it all.
Oh.
Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, fellas, looks like we've got a great atmosphere there today in Lawrence.
He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. He'll bring it back from inside his spot. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. They opened this 3rd quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
They had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Past the 1st down marker and still running. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. They'll try the run. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Bowley. Grabbed in the middle, it's Ball. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Jayhawks getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
You know, you're seeing in college football now how the tight end position is evolving. The athletes playing the position now are just so much better than they used to be. And this guy on that diving catch, he just showed you that.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more...
He's going for the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Rock Chalk. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. See what you hit what you see, bring your feet. Yeah, none of that happened.
Yeah, those are all great things to keep in mind, but you're also trying to tackle another grown man against his will and get him on the ground. And by the way, he wasn't having it.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Mountain West. Boise State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 4 to Utah State. Just another week in the Mountain West where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. And they're not.
What was that?
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Off the play fake on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Looking to the big tight end. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Cyclones send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. The Kansas offense returns to the field. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark.
Oh,
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
son of a...
So that penalty is going to cost them the 1st down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. 2nd down coming up. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Boley. dishes one deep. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. And the Jayhawks decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And they'll just down it right there. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. From the shotgun, the inside give. Picks his way ahead, pickup of 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming
nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. The Jayhawks are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Jayhawks! And they take it in for 6 more points. He makes his way into the end zone for the 50th time in his career.
Man, what a mark to hit. A guy that's so good with the football in his hands. A guy that every single week you know this guy's going to touch the football. And when he gets near the end zone, Palmer, you still know he's going to get it, and he still punches it in.
He's the unstoppable force. It doesn't matter what defenses have done throughout his career. This guy finds a way to make people miss, to run away. He's got all the tools you look for in an outstanding running back.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Iowa State sending the offense back out. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
And the Cyclones can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Fires to the big fella. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
How about that elusiveness? He's got space. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. We've reached a break, and Kansas has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Back to pass. Under fire. Complete downfield. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. All wideouts, no backs.
Get set.
Back to pass on second down. Got it in the middle.
Oh, come on, boys. Those tackles, Jesus.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on third down from the 43. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Pulls it in. It's Hayes. He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Unloads to the wideout.
Come on, get on him.
Only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. The Cyclones have it with a 1st and 10. They'll move the tight end. This time they'll go to the running game. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Caught near the sticks. It's Hayes. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. And the Cyclones pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Direct snap. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later, it's in the 4th quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And, man, that's frustrating for an offense. You got a little something going. You had a little bit of momentum, but they've got to do a better job of protecting their guy, keeping him upright, letting him go make some plays for this offense. That's the only way he's going to get hot. They got to give him more time.
Fires to the wideout.
Catch the damn ball, sir.
Knocked away by the D.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync.
Fires toward the end zone.
What?
And he's got it. Touchdown.
What?
Cyclones.
Are you kidding me?
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page.
It's a little
They had a look
ridiculous.
defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under it and make a big play for it.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Scanning the field, it's Bowling.
Oh, come on.
And
What kind of fucking block was that?
Defense was right there.
When they
Jesus
try to spit it out
Christ.
to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
They get to him as he throws. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the 1st down.
Well, there's the trust this quarterback has in his guy, right? He knows he's going to give him an opportunity in critical down and distances. 3rd down, find your best matchup because you know he can make the catch, he can get his feet in bounds and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
They use those back-to-back explosives to set them up 1st and goal. Looking for the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Rock Chalk Jayhawk. You can see it on the sideline. They've built a comfortable 4th quarter lead, and they know they're going to go 11-0.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Hayes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Last time they had it, they were backed up in their own end, marched right down the field and scored, and now they'll try to do that once again. Danced his way through traffic, pick up a 4 to the 19. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Here comes the offense on second down. The play action fake. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Trying to take it back.
Great job getting the interception. Maybe an even better job on the return. You got the convoy. You're finding your blockers. You're out in the open field. You're saying, hey, coach, watch me with the ball in the open space. Maybe I can get on offense and get a few throws. That was a phenomenal individual effort.
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll bring it out. It's Peace. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Iowa State sending the offense back out. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Got it in the middle. It's Hayes. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Screen pass just not working there, and you figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute this?
Look at this loser. He never readied up. Unbelievable.